Another day, another show. Hey, you're listening to Soapbox Daily, episode 142. I'm your host, Matt Morgan, and thank you very much for tuning in today. How is your Thursday going? Yes, it's Thursday. I almost said Tuesday, but how is your Thursday going? Are you having a great day today? Is it starting off well? You know what? We're 1 or 2 days closer to the weekend, so that's something to look forward to. Get excited, folks. The weekend's almost here where we can relax, hopefully. Hopefully. That's always the key word. Hopefully we can relax, other than all the errands and responsibilities and running around we have to do. But today, on today's show of episode 142, we are going to discuss something that might shock a few of you. It might shock a few of you. So I just want you to brace yourself. So hold on tight. Before I get into that, hey, how's your integrity been this week? How's your integrity today? Are you being the positive change? Are you doing the right thing? Hey, it's the only way we're going to change the world, folks. Domino effect. Set the example. Do the right thing. Let's get everybody on board with this. So, I know you're waiting intently. Here is the shocking news I'm going to break with you today. So, I hope you're prepared for this. Our topic for today is why Google isn't always right. Yes, I said it. Yes, Google is not always right. Okay. And I know some of you are floored. I understand that, but I'm here to tell you, Google is not always right. I mean, while the word Google is part, see if I said that right, why the word Google is part of our daily vocabulary as a verb and as well as a noun, oddly enough, people are often unclear about the scope and limits of Google. For instance, Google does not produce much web content. This is why we never cite Google as a source. On the other hand, most of us have used Google to locate relevant sources. Google searches are free to end users. However, Google charges advertisers money to show ads on Google's results page. Maybe you've noticed that ads often appear at the top of the Google search page. However, Google ads are not limited to Google search result pages. Website content creators can sell ad space on their web pages to Google. This means that Google also controls the advertisements that appear on non-Google web pages. To generate as much advertising revenue as possible, Google has acquired companies in every subnet or subset of the online industry or an advertising industry today. Okay. So with this being said, Google is basically a harvester. It harvests a whole bunch of sources on the internet. And it's going to probably give a little bit of preferences to its advertisers or the people that it does any sort of advertising business with. And because of this, and it's actually what they call spidering and going through and collecting all this information and trying to sort the relevance of certain web pages. And if it's giving any preference to its partners and advertisers and everything else, that could be a little misleading at times. So it's kind of something to be concerned about. It comes down to the almighty dollar and the bottom line. But with that being said, the thing is that because it gathers all this information and tries to make it as accurate as possible, whenever somebody Googles something, it doesn't necessarily mean it's coming from an accurate source. It's not like Google's done the research. It's checked relevance as much as it possibly can via its old database and every website that it's actually collected data from and tries to give you some relevant information. That might be true or not true. And if I have to hear somebody else, my daughter does this, my sister did this the other day, I'll just Google it. And a lot of people say that I'll just Google it. And my response is, hey, Google's not always right. And they did in disbelief. I mean, society, for not everybody, but a good portion of society has been convinced that Google has all the answers. First and foremost, among anything else, Google has all the answers. There's a good percentage of people that believe that. And it comes to a lot of different areas, for instance, medical conditions, especially with COVID the last couple of years and everything else that's going on. Googling your symptoms can be tempting, but you don't always get 100% right answers. I mean, you're not going to tell anybody to stop Googling their symptoms, right? Absolutely not. I know we're all going to keep doing it because it's easy and sometimes it's helpful, but it can also be incredibly anxiety inducing. I mean, I've searched health information on myself and I ended up spiraling down the internet rabbit hole sometimes. I mean, I don't expect people to say goodbye to Dr. Google or Google in general, but I do want to teach people how to search smarter, how to do their own fact checking, and how to be more discerning of what sources that you're getting your information from, especially your health information. I mean, that is just crucial. So in my study in this, my digging a little deeper on this, I wanted to get an idea about what Google has to say. So I did some digging, and a Google executive, yes, this is information that I've gathered, a Google executive admitted that what you always see on Google is not always true, okay? No one can say with a certainty that the answers displayed are actual facts. He claimed one thing, and I think that'd be enough to enlighten all those souls that think that Google is the ultimate source of truth. He stated, "We're not a truth engine." That's what that executive of Google said. We are not a truth engine. Yep, that's what he said. And he certainly is right about it. Google isn't an artificial intelligence filled bot, or neither is your answering bot. I mean, it only provides you with different sources to search for your answers. The answers might vary from one web page to the next. I mean, there's multiple instances where Google shows some of the most hilarious fallible results that might crack you up for the moment, but it would also make you think about all those times you trusted Google for your results. And the sad part is you actually believed it without a sigh of a doubt. The only problem with people is that they refuse to put their judgment on the line. Some people consider themselves to be, inferior to all the information that Google provides and go with a delusion that Google is smarter and always right. Although it's not Google that answers you. Google just searches the relevant options for you, and what you see on Google are just different answers from different people. I tried proving this point once to my kid, and she couldn't believe that these web pages weren't factual. So, being of the technology minded I am and everything else, I quickly whipped together within 10 minutes, believe it or not, I registered a domain name, I got it hosted, got a website developed, all within 10 minutes, and looked professional. And I said, "Hey, go to this website address. Tell me what you think, because here's some interesting information you might need to know." And I proved my point. In less than 10 minutes, full domain address, full design, information that was somewhat humorous, but kind of questionable. And I proved it could be done. Now, if you think about this, if you get the right wording and the right format and the right pushing and the SEO, and I mean, I can go as a whole bunch of different things that actually help promote pages to relevance when it comes to Google or search engines, you could actually convince people, if you've done all the legwork and all that running around trying to promote your website or web page as being the most relevant and factual, you could be one of those people that can do that. And next time somebody searches for something that's in relevance to the web page that you designed, that's what Google will say. By the way, go check out bobsyouruncle.com. And I'm not saying go there. I don't even know that's a website, but just saying, as an example, as per bobsyouruncle.com, it says that squirrels actually are dolphins. And believe it or not, there will be a percentage of people that will believe this because Google said it was so. So like always, I'm going to say, hey, cross-reference, check your sources. Just because Google says it is, take it with a grain of salt, think about it and re-examine it, and also check other sources. I mean, for quick answers that might give you an idea, fine, but don't take it as the holy grail of information. Google is not fact-checking this information. It's all about algorithms and numbers and this and scripts and blah, 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 blah. Yeah, fact check. Because otherwise you'll drive yourself nuts and you'll start believing this stuff and you shoot yourself through anxiety and just go nuts believing all this stuff that Google says. It is a good tool, yes, but don't take it, at face value. Be smart about it. All right, I hate to break it to you, and I'm sorry some of you were let down today, but yes, Google is not always right, and that's my reasons why. All right. I'm your host, Matt Morgan, and thank you very much for tuning in today. Hey, you know what? Speaking about websites, why don't you check out our central hub? We're moving everything over here. We're still in the moving process, but we have something up and running. It's called themadmorgan.com. Yes, themadmorgan.com. That's our central hub. It's going to have all our projects, our podcasts, our shows, everything we got going on now and down in the future. So that's where you're going to be. Your number one source is going to be themadmorgan.com. Check it out if you have some chance today. Other than that, hey, keep your integrity in check. I hope you have an amazing Thursday moving forward. Hey, we're one day closer to the weekend. Take care of yourself, be safe out there, and I will see you next episode.